Hello friends and welcome to the Southern Mountain Kitchen. Today we're making pan bread. So to begin with, we're going to preheat our oven to 450 degrees because this bread is going to be in there for about 30 minutes. Then we're going to take a medium skillet, which this is my cast iron, and we are going to add to it just a bit of shortening, like maybe a tablespoon or so worth. And we're going to mix it all around the edges, spread it, make sure that it goes everywhere that the bread's going to touch, so that way it doesn't stick to the pan. Most times with cast iron it's not going to stick anyway, but we want to make sure this is well greased before we use it. So go ahead and smear all of your shortening all over and wipe away any large clumps, and then we're going to get to mixing this together. So we're going to start out with 2 cups of self-rising flour. To that we're adding a pinch of baking soda and about 1/8 of a cup of shortening. And what we're going to do with this is, with the shortening is in here, we're going to take a fork and break it up into the flour, which means you're going to go and move it around a lot till you break it into little pieces that are about pea sized. They don't have to be totally tiny, but you do want to break it up into little pieces that are going to go throughout your bread mix. So go ahead and do this until you feel that you have broken it up completely. And once it's in the flour, you're going to have to work it a little bit to make sure that it is broken up. And then to this, we are going to add some cold butter, and we're talking about 4 tablespoons worth. And then again, we're going to break that up into our flour. Now it's going to be a little bit daunting to break this up because the flour is going to be like all over the place. The butter is hard and it's going to start to move on you. So just go ahead and push down with your fork. Then as you push through, push it to the side and keep doing it until you break it up. And again, we're trying to break this up into little pieces. They don't have to be microscopic, but we do want them small. And as you go along, they will break up more and more. So at this point, it's just important to make sure that you don't have any really large lumps of either shortening or butter in your flour. And just go ahead and break it up completely. Now once you get this completely broken up, we're going to add about 1.5 cups of whole buttermilk. Now when you mix this up, sometimes it'll come out a little dry in the end because you want this to be a wet mix. So if it is dry, you can always go later and add more buttermilk. And it doesn't hurt anything to have a little extra in there. But we want this mixture to be a little on the moist side, so that way when we pour it into our pan, we can spread it out better. Now, if anybody doesn't know what pan bread is, this basically has the consistency of a giant biscuit, but you're going to turn it out and basically cut it up like you would if you were doing cornbread. But it's going to taste like having a huge biscuit, basically. So once you got this all mixed together and you made sure you're not dry, then go ahead and turn this into your skillet. And we're going to spread it across the bottom until it's pretty even all the way across the top. Like I said, you needed to preheat your oven to 450 degrees because this will take about a half an hour to cook. So go ahead and get all of this into your pan, and once it's in there, go ahead and spread it out evenly. So this is pretty easy to do if you have a spatula, just move this back and forth. And once you get it completely smoothed out, it is going to go into the oven for 30 minutes to bake. When this comes back from the oven, it'll look something like this. And if you noticed at the beginning of the video, there was a picture where there was green beans and potatoes on a plate. If you're interested in that recipe, I have a video for that, which I will leave a link in the description below. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you get a chance, check out my 2 cookbooks which are available. One is just for regular cooking and the other is for baking. I hope you have a great day.